Hey y'all, I'm Paula Wilhite with Paula Wilhite and Associates Real Estate, and this is It's a Vibe, Real Talk, Real Estate. And we're here today, and we're going to introduce ourselves, and we're going to start with Mr. Jared Trujillo.
My name is Jared. I'm an agent with Paula Wilhite and Associates Real Estate Team.
My name is Prentice. I'm also an agent with the Paula Wilhite and Associates Real Estate Team.
Hey guys, I'm Cam Grant, and I'm the only lender at the table with Big Valley Mortgage.
So, you guys, as we're getting here, starting to talk, let's go around the table and kind of talk about how we got into this business. Let's start with you, Jared.
Got into real estate. So ever since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to own my own business, be my own boss, don't work for anyone. And it wasn't really until high school when real estate really caught my attention. And I knew I wanted to do real estate. I knew I wanted to help people. And then after I graduated high school, started college at Sac State, I got a job at Subway, and I knew that just was not for me as far as clocking in, dealing with the customers, co-workers. I felt like I was always working the hardest, but getting paid the same amount, minimum wage. That idea just didn't work for me. And at the same time, I was reading this personal development book called You Are Badass. And in the first few chapters, it was talking about if you know what you want to do with your life, why aren't you doing anything to work towards that? After I read that, the next morning I enrolled in real estate school at 18, and that's how I started real estate.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
All right. And my interest with real estate started when I was very young as well. Before, the Zillows and Realtor.com and Redfin, you actually had to go out and go look for your homes yourself. So my dad, we used to drive around every week, trying to find houses for sale. And he would stop on a dime in the middle of the street, and I would have to hurry up and run out the car and pick up the flyers, and then we'd pull over to the side and, compare the houses. So early on, I learned about the different markets, what houses cost in certain areas, the price per square foot, things like that. But I didn't know that real estate was going to be the avenue I would take as far as a career. So fast forward, become an adult, you got to enter the workforce. I get a 9-to-5 job. Just like you, I hated it, because
Hated it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It was the fact that I was working hard than everyone else. I could make less than they would if they got a few more hours than I would. So I started working for different sales companies. I actually did sales for about 7 years, and then the show $1 Million Listing came on, and I thought to myself, I could do that too, because essentially they're doing the same thing that I'm doing, except for there's way more value in it. And the value is that when you help someone buy a home, you're not just helping them on the short term, you're helping them on the long term. You're helping them, build a legacy and create assets for their family. So I decided to get in real estate.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's cool. My interest kind of sparked when I was in high school, and when I was a little bit younger, I said, don't laugh guys, I said that I wanted to be a realtor and a model on the side. And I didn't know exactly how busy either one of those industries were, and the amount of work and dedication that would also consume of one's schedule and life. When I lived in LA, and when I was living in LA, I was working for a big bank, and I was doing finance, and then an opportunity presented itself here in Northern California for me to relocate and venture off into the lending aspect. And I kind of had an opportunity to learn about the mortgage loans, what it takes to qualify, what you need for the down payment, and all those types of things. And when I learned that, I thought, oh, this will give me the resources that I need to be a successful agent.
Yeah.
And being a successful agent, I thought, well, I would be kind of have some type of leverage, because now I know the lending aspect and I know what it takes to get them into the house and the things that, would be involved in the whole process.
Right.
But also, with that being said, when I learned the process, I felt that it was my passion to do the loans, because now I feel like I'm helping the different families. I'm teaching them what to do. I'm helping them to prepare and to plan for how to get their first home, how to get their second home, or how to get their kids a home. And so it kind of really resonated with me, and it just wanted me to, like, okay, well, let me see how I can help and do things that way. And so here I am, a lender.
Well, My journey was a little different. I wasn't a student in school, and of course I did go to college, but for me, I was a single mother at the time, and I needed something that was going to give me the flexibility to be with my kids. You know, they go, the field trips and all that kind of stuff. So I felt this would be, an opportunity for me to be able to do that, as well as make some money. So that's what got me into this, because I was a makeup artist before and worked for Continental Airlines, and so I could not have a 9-to-5 job. So this was the best fit for me, and that's why I love dealing with people, and I can sell an Eskimo ice. So that's what got me here. So anyway, and what I do want to talk to you guys, ask you guys a question, because both of you guys are with a small real estate company. What got you there? What made you join a smaller company versus a larger company?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted a more close-knit feel. What I learned from with smaller companies, you get the attention that you need. You get way more investment up front as well. The other thing as well, what I've learned with larger companies is that there's less creative, or you don't have the ability to be as creative with how you want to go about things. You can get you get that freedom with smaller companies, and at the same time you get the help that you need, so that way you can benefit long term.
Yeah. As far as I feel like it's the atmosphere, it's the vibe.
It's the vibe
that brought me towards working towards a smaller company. I get asked a lot on social media and by other people about if they should go with a smaller company or a large company, and I kind of just say it depends on the person. I'm someone who likes more one-on-one family atmosphere, and someone might want coaching and classes and cheerleaders, walking in the office and close the deal, and the whole office, yay, good job. Some people want that.
Right. That's
I want more of genuine conversations. Just the family feel, just having a good time and good vibes.
That's interesting that you asked that, Paula, because even in lending, you have your larger banks and you also have your smaller mortgage bankers or your mortgage brokers. And I come from a background where I came from the larger banks, and they were nationally known. So everybody would be like, oh yeah, in this state they know that company, in this state they know that company. And then when you work with a smaller bank, you have a little bit more flexibility, you have a little bit more creativity. And I also feel that when you work for like a national bank, that you have like Fortune 500, companies. So you have over 100,000 loan officers within that organization, versus a smaller one, you have a little bit more attention that the upper management or even the owners. Like the owners of my company, I've met. I've hung out with them. We've had drinks together. We've eaten together. I've attended symposiums and summits. So just... it's different. It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to touch on something you said about making money.
Okay.
So how do you feel about people who get into real estate just for the potential to make all types of money?
Why don't we pick that up on our next one?
Okay.
Deal.
How's that?
Deal. Sounds like a deal.
Well, you know what?
It's a vibe, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And next time on our episode, we hope that you join us and you have so much fun watching the first one that you'll tune into the second, third, fourth, and fifth.